Hello. Ads should be over, hopefully, fingers crossed. I was trying to run them at the beginning so that we get an like an hour ad free. But I know it's annoying because it's at the start. Hello, Delta. Welcome in over on YouTube. Oh no, Twitch as well. Hello. Little by little, we're helping your algorithm. Yes. No ads on YouTube. I don't think YouTube has stuck any ads on me yet, as far as I can tell. Only on Twitch. Hi, Scion. How are you? Welcome in. I am doing well. It is storming here. So I'm a little bit paranoid I'm gonna get cut short again like I did last time. I really hope not. Because I was like trying to wrap it up too, I think, because I had went for about 2 hours on the last stream, and then all of a sudden, like, the power just went out. And I still don't know what caused it, because it was not storming, it was not snowing, it was maybe a little bit windy, and the best guess that we had was, like, a power line that's close to a tree maybe got hit when it was windy. Because the power went out for just long enough for my stream to crash, and then the internet kind of stayed out for a little, maybe like half an hour, and then it came back because it was just resetting on the router or whatever. So it actually wasn't out like that night. It just happened right when I was streaming, which is really annoying. But yeah, it is. I can hear it right now, storming a little bit. It's not too bad. So I'm really hoping that it does not knock my power out again. But if I disappear randomly, that's what happened. If I disappear randomly at any time, it's probably because the power went out. Hi, Edelon Blue over on YouTube. How are you? Welcome in. Otherwise, I am doing fine. Just hoping this weather behaves, or the power lines behave, or whatever. I'm a little sleepy. So I was gonna still be taking a break from the main Genshin quests. Last time I just kind of ran around to clean up some of my quests because they give me, I don't know, anxiety when I open my quest list. I'm like, oh, look at all the stuff I have to do. I just want to get it done and over with. That's what I did last time, but this time I think I might play through the next part of the story, because I kind of just don't like leaving it unresolved. But I think if I understood it correctly based on some of the other videos I've seen where I was just scrubbing through it, so I don't know like what happens really. I just scrubbed through to see how long the quests take. It looks like you kind of get stuck in like maybe a 4+ hour loop of quests that it just doesn't end. So like you play through the story and then it gets to a point where you think there's going to be a stopping point and there's not, which is not great for a nighttime stream for me because I know I'm going to get sleepy, like more sleepy, and I'm not going to want to play the entire thing in one go. So my plan is to just start it and see what happens, and if I don't get a stopping point, then I guess I'm just leaving my computer up and I'll finish it later. If it logs me out, it logs me out, and I will just replay it like super fast off stream to get back to where I was, because I just really want save points and we don't have save points. Anyway, usually it's not that bad, but I feel like the last maybe, I don't know, all of Nod Cry, I don't really remember now. But I feel like all of Nod Cry quests that are Archon quests, like the main story, they all have these really long, like, unending quest cycles where you can't save, you can't exit, nothing. And it's really annoying. I might be in the minority there. I don't know. I think some people seem to like it better that way, but I don't know. It bothers me, because what if I don't want to sit for like 5+ hours playing the same thing? I get bored. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do that and just see where I end up. And also, hopefully, no power issues this time. Why am I'm randomly in Mondstadt? Oh, I think I have to, no, let me click this. Yeah, so I was partway through Act 5 when I stopped last time because I figured that was the only stopping point I was gonna get. I think I was right. I think there's also a new story quest for Durin, the dragon, which I pulled for. I pulled for him and I got him. I haven't leveled him at all. But they actually give you a warning at least on his story quest. I think. Where is it? No, I just clicked on it. You will need 5 calendar days for your quest experience. Please plan your time accordingly. They actually gave us a warning. Which I appreciate. Because otherwise I would have waited till the last minute to do it. And then I won't get any of the extra rewards for doing it. Because apparently you need 5 calendar days. I wish they would give us warnings about these. How long they're gonna be.
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that pertain to Kutar. What you see here is the material I consider reliable.
Oh, the other thing. I did upload the animated emotes, but I think they're still pending, so I don't think you can see them yet, but they're done. They're uploaded. Hopefully they'll be done with review soon. I don't know if it's because I attributed the artist or whatever. It put it under review. Not sure what that's about. That's only on Twitch. I don't think I can do it on YouTube. Because I think you have to be partnered on YouTube to do that. I don't know how that works. But yeah, so those are on Twitch. I also got some Genshin splash art done of my character because I end up playing so much Genshin, so that'll give me something else to use for my thumbnails instead of my little PNG tuber. So yeah.
Hmm? You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years through countless retellings. That's why I organized them into reliable and unreliable. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record.
Makes sense. All right, let's take a look through.
Clear and concise would be one way to describe the writing style of these historical records, but you could just as easily describe them as terse and dry. And since Lauma already knows the material like the back of her hand, the quest to find any new information in these texts is tough going.
Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name. Paimon's not sure what point she's trying to make.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frostmoon Scions worshipped her as a god, placing impossible expectations upon her. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day out changed nothing. I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the name Kutar and everything it represented.
Lauma speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else.
When you were organizing these texts, what criteria did you use?
Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style, and how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seemed to be. Amongst the Frostmoon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things she simply would never do. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her lately.
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth, why don't we check the unreliable sources too?
Sure. Give me a moment.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Thus, was formed the island of Hisi. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
The subjectivity is strong in this one. We heard something like this before in Natlan. Finally recognized, like, yeah, subjectivity in historical records is a big problem.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading?
Seems like a collection of anecdotes.
Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But being so young and lacking in strength, the child could not snap the branches from the trees. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth a Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call their parents. But Kutar was gone. The Moon Chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child was named as one favored by the goddess, and was greatly respected amongst the people. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that?
If it's true, it gives off somewhat lonesome feeling. Oh, hi, Sessa? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't have a Discord server. Sorry about that. Just have exclamation point socials for like all my social links.
Yeah. Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in subsequent records.
That reminds me though, I forgot to summon my little cat. Hold on, let me see if this still works. Yeah, it worked. Oh, that one's pink. That one worked. That's gonna like block the text, but oh well.
But now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do. It's just that...
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. And so, she gradually stopped joining in.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth, even if I want to.
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Varka said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing.
Okay. Like there's stopping points early on, but I think later there's not going to be any kind of save point. I think I'm gonna get stuck in like a bunch of mini games too. Oh, okay. Okay, at least I...
Let's see. There's Varka. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too.
Thanks for not killing my character that time, Genshin. Normally you kill my character every time I do that. Talk about coincidences, we meet again.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
Welcome back, Edelon, over on YouTube. Welcome back. How are you?
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatui?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation at the Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from that, it went pretty well.
We learned some stories from our early days.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Someone had to do it.
So, Varka was waiting on us, but what about you two? Are you waiting for Alice?
Oh, no. We already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
This looks familiar. I'm sure I saw one of these back on the Golden Apple Archipelago.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the Phantom phenomena and Tevat's borders, yes? She wants me to help her with some more experiments on that front. She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method. Takes me right back to Albedo's lab.
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have been introduced.
Introductions are overrated, especially in cases like this.
It's you!
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Nodcry.
I guess they're just gonna keep calling him Hat Guy.
Hat guy.
I'm glad there somebody finally said it.
Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then why did you react the same way I did?
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat Guy. Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat ride here.
So they came to Nodcry together.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Who's that?
The Doctor, also known as Dottore, second of the Fatui Harbingers.
Oh, not that guy again. Just as I thought.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood between you.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all there is to it. Dottore, or Zondik, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
Sandeek, I've heard that name before back in the ruins when the Ibis King mentioned that student. That was the Doctor.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout? How embarrassing for them.
Okay.
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Nodcry, but we haven't seen a trace of him since we got here.
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have left already. But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You might learn a thing or two about him there.
Sure.
Even though they're Harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of ours, so, you know, when you talk to them, try to be
I got it.
The Frost Moon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I do not attend.
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Oh, are you here for revenge?
Well, yeah. That's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again.
Fair enough. One other thing. When we return, let's talk about Columbina.
What's the hurry? Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
Okay, so we're splitting into two... Oh, splitting into two teams again.
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
I don't know, the hat guy's never not gonna be funny.
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look the part.
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore, but this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the better.
If anyone asks, I'm here in Notcry to pursue my personal academic interests.
Gotta say, Barca, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long. Sounds like you got in touch with the Academia about this way back.
you flatter me.
You're all harbingers. What reason would you have to disclose information about Dottore?
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it then, didn't he? I'll bet Dottore had that all sketched out, with me as his convenient little pawn. He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his colleagues?
No, not at all. Not one single bit.
Fair point. Definitely not.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy people. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to, but unfortunately to no avail.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something, the more secretive he gets.
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows. Only an idiot would believe he doesn't have something more planned.
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her to have him recalled.
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa agree?
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Notcry is almost concluded, and we do not need 3 harbingers in this territory. Her Majesty concurred. Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments, which no one besides he would ever have any interest in.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the Tsaritsa. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now.
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly. But it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people. He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears.
You shouldn't be putting him on research projects. That's not how research works.
The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done. Whatever it takes.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so competitive.
Ugh, do not remind me.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not simply give up.
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Ugh. Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout.
Exactly. This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? No. He orders his subordinates to open the device so he can observe the results, which causes the gas inside to leak out.
Yikes.
That gas was poisonous! If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died? And after all that, he left, while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said. Waste of time? The nerve! He wasted my time!
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs. Especially when it comes to Dottore.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
Oh no, now I'm confused. Do they not know who he is?
You're welcome to join if you want.
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say. I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore. Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing? Or rather, disappeared.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
She could have just given you a pseudonym. Or what did she do while she was with the Fatui? I mean, I don't know, maybe she doesn't have a real name.
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't? Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right? More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her. But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice. It was a dumb and stupid rumor, but the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any missions. So she just continued to sing in the flower garden. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idle had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually. And so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
Sounds like something. Well, I named my hat guy Hadukase. Hat guy would say. No wonder.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart, you are a conscientious person.
Thanks for telling us all this.
What is it? Something come to mind?
It's nothing. I'm just even more eager to learn her name now. I want to shout it to her from the rooftops.
That makes sense. Nothing screams "you are needed" like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Colambina is still the most shoutable name. I'm just so used to it now, after all the arguments we've had. I can't be bothered trying to remember another name for her.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Harlequino.
Huh! It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Take care, everyone. We'll be in touch if the situation changes.
Okay, time to do what adventurers do best. Follow that Sealy!
Me follow it, or are you gonna work me so? Oh, okay.
Here you are.
Oh, hat guy.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatui?
Fine. Dotori's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the results are the same each time.
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sounds and lights to guide them. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to extend their existences.
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Teyvat that can escape its past.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages can make the impossible possible. I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you wish for deep inside. So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile, it isn't.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness of our interventions. If we want to clear this hurdle, We need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures. Reducing ourselves to mere playthings of fate.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite knowing that we can't?
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable of. Everything in Tevat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Tevat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
Hi, Alice over on YouTube. Thanks so much for the happy birthday. Welcome in. How are you?
Is anyone there? Has anyone seen my daughter? She's missing. I have to find her. I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? Ah!
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll stay away.
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
To intimidate and obstruct. Sounds about right for the Abyss.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Have you seen a little girl?
Make use of stone pillars. Okay.
This isn't the time for that! Just run!
Make use of stone pillars. Just hit them?
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
It's gonna give me instructions. Okay. Durin can use power of the abyss to affect the world in which the phantom is located. For example, using it on a stone pillar will create a barrier with the intimidate and obstruct attributes, which in turn will affect the choices and actions of the human phantom. Okay, yes. Over my head, I don't know. So you say it works. Abyss powers can do that, sure.
Have you seen a little girl?
Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. Okay.
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
Okay, so that worked. Somehow.
He really left. Ha! We did it!
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him. See what he does next.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Oh, I see.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front.
Yes, I know.
You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No, there's monsters ahead. Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it.
Because someone is. Okay, well, why would I open that one again? When there's still a monster there. Oh, I see. You're supposed to lock that. Okay, not clear. Instructions not clear.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No! There's monsters ahead!
Okay, get in there. Get in there.
Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. The monsters are gone. Is it safe now? The barrier's gone too. How odd. Anyway, I guess I'll keep going.
Quickly, let's keep up.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go.
Explosives.
This way's blocked.
Durin's abyssal power can also affect the phantom explosive barrels, causing explosions that can clear obstacles, deal damage to monsters. However, these explosions can also cause damage to human phantoms, so use with caution. Well.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him.
Create a barrier. Okay. I mean, he's already too close.
I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow. Hey, wake up! No good. Gotta keep moving ahead. So many monsters!
There's still a chance, Durin. Use the traps.
How many are there? Oh, I did that one too soon. Oh no, I guess it counted.
Help me!
Nope, never mind. This one? Oh, I missed that one. Okay. There's 3 more.
Help me!
I feel like if I do it too soon, I'm gonna miss them. But yeah. So one still made it through. Okay, so you can do it too early.
Help me!
I'm not sure what order the other ones were supposed to be in though.
This is a new development. I've never seen this happen before. We might just be able to save this person.
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying a large backpack.
Oh, my little cat went away. My little spawned cat went away, didn't it? There we go. That must be, yeah, like random size and color.
Get out while you still can, you fool. You won't find any survivors here.
But I can't just leave her here. She must be so scared right now.
Sorry. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen her. You'll just have to keep looking.
Okay, thank you. If I do find her, I'll get her to shelter and come back for you.
Don't bother. I've got nowhere left to go.
What's that noise? Monster!
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try this once more. This time, we have to stop him.
The rescue has reached a dead end. All that can be done is to wait for another chance. Okay.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this? You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's gotten me this far after all. Spargana, are you there?
I'm like paranoid to stop watching.
What? What's this? Hey! Let us out!
Okay, was I not supposed to do it that time?
Huh? That looks like one of my daughter's books. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there. She left her backpack here.
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
There's a lot of like conveniently placed explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. If he makes it in, he'll die. But then, this clue could be the key to him finding his daughter.
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue than loses his life.
I guess so.
Gate.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! Why? Why won't you let me go in? I've searched and searched and searched just for this! But how will I find her without any clues? I no longer have anywhere else to go.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now is death. We couldn't change his fate.
I think that's the point.
Albedo? Hat Guy? Let's try one more time. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I don't want to give up either.
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head. Where are they from?
Huh? What's going on?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... What's happening to me? Huh? Wait, Who are you?
You can see us now?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling, but you were the ones guiding me using that marked barrier, right? I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, they feel like memories. Like things I really did experience. I won't find my daughter. In fact, I'll ultimately die trying to find her. Isn't that right?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
You've not seen my daughter either, have you? It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
I'm just tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted too.
Now's not the time for you to start pitying us.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got 10 or so minutes left. You know? You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? A place with windmills, where people enjoy limitless freedom?
It was one heck of an escort quest. And I complain about the ones in Warcraft.
And you're from Sumeru, where they've built an academy into a giant tree?
Yes. It seems you've never heard of either place.
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid, yes. Have you heard of Hyperborea?
I have, but I heard that it was destroyed in the distant past.
I see. That was where my ancestors once lived. What about Delphi Pytho? Was it later rebuilt?
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Sal Vindaknir?
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine. But I'm afraid the only things left of that place are its ruins.
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around, huh? I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're too many ages apart. There's barely any common ground to start from.
It's all right. We did hear something new, at least.
From how you speak of your lives, things must be going all right for you, I guess.
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot of good people in the church and the Knights of Favonius, and even outsiders find that it's an easy place to feel at home. We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone gets together to drink, sing, and be merry.
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation fraught with problems wherever you look. But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much paradise.
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but rose to build prosperous civilizations anew. I mean, I can see you all right now. That must mean the future isn't a total mess, right?
That's true.
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways, I think. Might be best if you don't waste too much time on me. The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. If things work out, I'd love to tell her about what I've heard. May we meet again. Well, or not, most probably. In that case, may your wishes come true.
He's gone. In a few minutes, he will meet the end that was his to begin with. The ending of this tale did not change. But I believe that we've just made the most progress we have yet.
May your wishes come true. If only it were so simple.
Hat Guy, could I ask you a question?
Hmm?
You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and it weighs heavily on you, too. Would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to get things out in the open. Take that guy we try to help, for instance. At least he said goodbye with a smile, right? I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very similar, and he created me. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed every step I've taken. But by comparison, I know nothing about you. Either way, I mean, we're still best friends. But if I knew more about you, I might understand your thoughts a bit better.
I've told you about myself. I'm a student at the academia.
And what did you do before that?
Prepared for the entrance exam?
All right. If you really don't want to talk about it, I won't press you any further.
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanical engineering.
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Yes, a branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main tree.
So you had a human creator too?
Yeah, but my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure.
I think we're getting an ad break soon, but that's okay. I'll take a yap break or get me some water, because the road is dry.
After that, Durin, resisting the influence of the abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right thing. None of these things are easy.
Yeah, we should be in an ad break now. Get me some water. I remembered to bring it with me, but I forgot to bring my Celsius, which is the reason why I'm tired. Though I guess I could go upstairs and get one, but I don't really want to move because I am piled up in my chair with a bunch of blankets because for some reason it's really cold. Like the heat's been running all day, but it's still pretty cold. I don't know, it just gets colder down here, I guess, but my hands are freezing. Like, makes it hard to type. But I don't know, I hate winter. I just hate winter in general. I don't like snow, I don't like cold. I don't like storms that knock my power out. But at least we've not had a ton of snow, so that's good. I'm assuming there will be more, but I don't know, hopefully not, because we have some family are trying to come see us next week, so I hope they're able to actually get here, unlike my friend was supposed to come last weekend and couldn't because snow. So nobody wants to drive and then not be able to get back home, which, like, I totally understand. I wouldn't want to either. I cannot drive in snow, so I'm certainly not going anywhere. Yes, that's me right now, the cat with the blankets. That is, I had two. Where'd the other one go? I need to get one of those, they make those wearable blanket things, like blanket hoodie things. I thought about it. I bought one last year for my friend for Christmas because she works from home now, and she does like me, she just kind of sits in her little computer chair like a cooked shrimp. and she doesn't really get up that much during the day while she's working, and I'm like, here you go, now you don't have to get a bunch of blankets, because I always have them, they always fall everywhere, so I guess that means I need to get one too, at least for when I stream. But I mean, I work from home some too, but I tend to move around the house. Like, I'll just move my laptop around instead of sitting in one place. Oh, it just occurred to me that I don't even know if you can see those cats. The little spawn cats, like on mobile, they must be so tiny. Twitch is gonna start doing dual streaming soon, I think, where you can stream horizontal and vertical, which would be nice. I don't have access to that yet. That would be nice though, because now I'm like, oh, I should probably resize everything with the understanding that a lot of people watch on mobile and everything's probably really tiny, including the chat. I'll have to resize everything soon. I knew there was something I was forgetting to do. Also, I had a Christmas overlay and I forgot to put it on. That's okay. I didn't forget my hat in my tree, so close enough. Okay, I think ad break is over. We can continue.
But no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder. You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed. I told you there was no point speculating about that.
Oops, didn't mean to slam that down so hard. Mike probably picked it up. I like the hat in the tree. Thank you, Sion. I had like a Christmas, what was it? Like a little Christmas asset that was like a dress. But it wasn't looking right, so I didn't use it. But if I can figure it out, I'll use it next time. I wanted to find some antlers. That might look a little funny with my ears, but...
But the real answer is, yes, you absolutely will.
Hat guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path. So, just keep aiming towards the light.
I assume they call him that in the other languages. I don't actually know. I assume they call him that, but I just can't imagine, like, talking to and they're supposed to be best friends, and he just calls him Hat Guy all the time.
I will. I promise.
Alright, break time's over.
Hello? Durin speaking.
Hello, friends, it's me! What have you been up to, I'm detecting some unmistakable fluctuations here at the border. The amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before, and the scale is comparable to those I've detected previously.
Alice, we were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the memories gained through that cycle, and was able to hold a conversation with us.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. It definitely merits further attention. Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I need to gather some more data. Counting on you. I should probably have Nicole come and check this out as well.
Yeah. Probably gonna need all the help you can get. Oh, it's gonna boot me right
There
into part
you
6.
are.
Yep.
I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. It would have taken you so much longer to get here.
Another conversation I cannot hear.
I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that your adventurer's instinct has not swayed your resolve. Really, I must applaud you for it. You should know.
Paimon's head.
Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My senses are telling me that this is where we shall find the entrance to the ruins.
Oh, cool! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's open it up and see!
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great importance to the Hyperboreans. A special process is required to open the gate.
Oh! Like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's Marrow?
Seems like the ancients were very fond of making tricky gate puzzles. Yeah. How many times have we seen that?
Okay, so what's the plan? Need us to do anything? And just the short version, if you can.
Ah. Alright then. I was planning to start with some background on the invention of these techniques. Are you sure you don't want to hear it? It's quite informative.
Remember what you were saying about priorities?
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to successfully undergo a process of Kuvaki resonance.
Okay, representatives? Actual representatives or like sacrifices? Because I don't know if I trust it.
Think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified, with the most recognizable qualification being Kuvaki.
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test. Oh, wait. We need 3 people.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified. But we would need 2 other people with the same constitution. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules, but to figure out how the test functions and find a workaround.
I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude. We'll simply need humans to stand before it who have sufficient Kuvaki energy within them.
I'm with you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in them?
The easiest way would be transfusion. Take some Kuvaki from Nodkrai's soil, put it into the bloodstream, and get it circulating in the body.
That sounds dangerous.
So we're going to cheat on the test?
Precisely. There are other methods, but this is the simplest one. Cheating the system is much easier than trying to hide from it.
Huh? Ah!
Sorry? Does the idea of cheating upset you, Miss Lauma?
No, that's not it. I suddenly had an idea.
Oh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festivities.
Huh?
But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight. Let's get back to the test. I'll follow up with Nefer on the festival arrangements.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this really the best method we have? A Kuvaki transfusion sounds dangerous, no matter how you slice it.
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods. I'd be more than happy to go through them if you'd like. There are several.
No need, we're good. Let's go with this one.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, I should mention that the risks can be greater or lower depending on individual compatibility. It would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki and hope for the best. If the body rejects it, the reaction can be quite severe. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as congenital Kuvaki sensitivity. So, before we execute our plan, I will perform a simple test of my own to see who is compatible and who is not. Once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance process as rapidly as possible. The participants must remain stationary while the Kuvaki circulates and bonds with them, and they mustn't eat or drink anything.
What? No eating or drinking?
I guess Paimon's out.
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
How long will they have to keep that up?
3 days.
Oh, that's so long! And we still need to find 2 more people who are not just compatible, but also willing to volunteer.
Yeah, I'd be out too. You know how grumpy I get if I don't eat?
Fasting? What are they talking about?
I'm willing to volunteer.
Really? Don't you want to think this through?
Haha, count me in too. 3 days without food? I can handle that. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss. It's time to step up.
Compared to having Columbina disappear completely, fasting for a few days is nothing.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon volunteers to be captain of logistics. She'll keep the fires lit and grab some spare clothes to keep you comfortable.
Good work, Paimon.
Then we'll start with you first, Traveler. Please step forward. How's it going? Do you feel anything?
No?
How about now?
Nope.
And now?
Still nothing.
What about now?
Nothing at all.
You guys, it's not a competition, you know.
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as a descender, you can withstand far more than I imagined.
I don't know, that makes sense though, because if he's not from that world, wouldn't he be able to? I don't know. I'm not going to try to logic.
It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved an inch. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required.
That much.
Yes. Safe to say, compatibility won't be an issue for you. You're eligible to join. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure, here goes nothing.
All right. I'll start where we left off. 5 times the required Kuvaki dose.
Whoa, 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 hey, wait a minute.
Why would you start with 5 as someone who's from that world, though?
How's it going?
No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. A few bottles of wine, then a big stein of Dark Horse. Some hard liquor from Liyue mixed in. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest. I'm never gonna live that down.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going now?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it pulsing around.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka. Let's try someone else.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter. You're perfectly compatible. You may join.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Shame. You were so close.
Whoa! Time itching all over!
Allergic reaction. We can't have that.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Huh? Well, are you gonna start or what?
The Hexen Circle is an organization that cares for and protects children. We will not have them do dangerous things. Not even tests.
Is something the matter?
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten. Guess I don't need to feel so bad after all. I mean, looks like this isn't gonna be as easy as we thought.
But I mean, the Traveler's not human either, right? Confused.
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the Frost Moon Scions.
I'll see about talking to some trusted Lightkeeper colleagues. Itlua springs to mind. In fact, I think we had some former Frost Moon Scions join our ranks recently.
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? I can probably make some kind of test bot. Then we can just zip through Nasha Town, going up to people and pressing a button to check their status. Wouldn't that be way easier?
No.
Wow! No elaboration for once.
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that Lohan's already left. And that guy's even tougher than I am.
Strange. The moon goddess is clearly revered by many people. So why is she on the brink of disappearing?
She mentioned that the world has rejected her from the very beginning.
And when we fought the Reikir of Salnari, it seemed like she exhausted her power for our sake.
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is the right word for how people feel about her.
Gratitude, certainly. For my part, anyway.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us, so she deserves our help in return.
Yeah. Even though she looked like she didn't care, she still saved a ton of people, including me.
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss Columbina is a good person.
Yep, you bet!
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though. I think it really suits her. It's light and graceful and... yeah, just a really pretty name.
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's not our decision to make.
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me. But it also came up in the song I heard when I was born. But... is that really all there is to it? What do I truly think of my own name? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that name?
She told me to pick whichever name took my fancy. Why did I pick Columbina? Maybe because I felt that she never wanted to become Kutar and worshipped as a god.
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by the day. We're running out of time. We need to look for other candidates.
Then allow me to try.
Huh? What are you doing here?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye out for something like that, so she informed me. Since I have the ability to accommodate a moon marrow, I should prove to be a suitable candidate.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it? Did you feel any discomfort?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates after all.
Great! Cool. Alright, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three of them stay warm and comfy.
Then, my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food and accommodation.
Let's do this, no time to waste.
I'm ready as well.
We're all just gonna stand there for 3 days, I guess. Oh, I guess so. Guess they can just not sleep for 3 days straight, too.
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
Okay. Oh, I have to click.
Wow! It really opened!
So that's what all this is about. They've been trying to open this gate.
Come, let us enter.
Wait.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly and swallow slowly. It will give your body time to readjust to the digestion process.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot pass through. Is it because I have no physical body? It has been 3 days. My strength is all but completely faded. Can I really hold on until Moon Prayer Night?
Oh, it actually did give me a stopping point. Yay! That means I can go do something else and I can come back here later. I thought it was gonna push me through, straight through all of that. I think I can leave now. Yay! I was so worried I was gonna get stuck in like 4 to 6 hours or something. Okay, I need to... I guess I should also start the, that story quest that has a 5-day calendar, whatever. So I should probably start it, at least if it'll let me. Though it might not let me. Let's see. I don't remember what it was called. Where is it? It has a quick start. Which, okay. Focused experience mode.
Oh, traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
Whatever. We're just gonna go there. I'm gonna at least start it because I don't want to mess up the calendar day thing.
You recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
Well, it wouldn't be Clay's mom without a hefty dose of mystery, huh? Let's go see what this is about.
Oh. Current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review those experiences? I'm gonna say no, I guess, because I haven't
Have you ever seen
finished
any stickers on my back? Do
the
me a
main
favor and take them
quest.
off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
I'm just worried about getting locked out of the 5 calendar day thing. Really?
Oh, it's Durin!
Hmm? Traveler in Paimon? Huh. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten even more powerful now.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
Is the abyssal power inside you acting up?
Ah, no, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well...
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic known as storytelling was born.
So, she asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you. I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
You mean him?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdaughter. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Now I'm gonna guess we're opening the book.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
It's the book we just saw. Yeah.
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. what do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret? Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire?
I have, but I'm not sure who wrote it or not yet. I guess not yet.
Oh, well, you're missing out. It's a wonderful book. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. A true tragedy. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished.
That makes sense. I mean, I guess.
All is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
I think so, Paimon, with her.
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
That depends on who you ask. I don't like surprises.
Oh.
Fine, we'll make do with the breadcrumbs, or it's hardly the first time you've strung us along like this.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script, and I don't have any writing experience at all.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers? With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So don't be shy to ask lots of questions.
So that's why we're here.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Ooh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Follow the hints, and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And this is...
Okay.
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it.
How very magical.
It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find a way.
Yep. With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
How will we find you?
Yeah! Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Yep, I'm in the book. I guess so.
Oh, here we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh?
Let's take a look at this book.
Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past. There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story lie.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be?
Obviously, it's the Mondstadt Library. Okay, I mean, I wasn't thinking that.
Hey, you might actually be onto something. Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go!
Is it gonna lock me out now? No? Okay. Well, if I go back here, or maybe it's like chapter, like clue based or whatever, and then it'll lock you out after each clue. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I forgot there was a library in Mondstadt.
Back in the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
It's been a while.
So, we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
So don't think Paimon knows how to be quiet.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after.
It's very possible.
According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
I just search. Oh. No, I don't want to sit. I want to search.
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
No.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Well, no, I found one and I was supposed to take it back to you.
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them?
Looking.
Seems like there's still some missing. Why don't you try checking the other shelves?
Yeah. Hi, Sophie, over on YouTube. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Second strongest spell in existence. Okay.
Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee.
Do not show Klee. They know. They know not to show it to Klee. Doing good things. That's good, Sophie. Welcome in.
Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious.
Yes, just don't show it to Klee, Elise.
Huh. There's definitely something fishy about this one. An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
Yeah. That sounds suspicious.
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's, after all.
Model's looking pretty cute, though. Thanks, Sophie. I've remembered to get some of my Christmas stuff out.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Experiment log.
Huh. This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we can tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
You made that? Do you mean the model or like the hat and the tree assets? I didn't make any of it. The little hat is just available in the program I used to run my VTuber. I downloaded the tree from a different artist than the model.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have that. Let's not make that book accessible.
Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that maid read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them?
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I was searching around for Christmas assets the other day and found this little tree, or like a couple weeks ago now, I guess. I was trying to prepare in advance. And I found this little tree, which is actually rigged so its mouth moves. And it has expressions, but I forgot the hotkeys, so I can change its face, but I forgot how.
Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it.
I love how the whole, like, the whole reason behind that is we must protect the child. We must stop the child from getting their hands on this. Because she will be too destructive.
After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise.
Spoil the surprise? What surprise?
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Thank you for the Hydrate and Posture Check redeems over on Twitch. I'm not sure how to say your name, so I'm just gonna say Nee. Thank you, though. I do need to sit up and drink my water. Sitting like a shrimp.
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Nee or Neepy is fine. That works. Nee is cute. That's easy to remember. Yeah, I have a nice pillow. One of those chairs with the built-in, like, you know, racer back things. And yet I still sit hunched forward most of the time. I don't even realize it until, like, it's too late. And my neck is already cramping. So how are we doing? I'm doing well. Just a little sleepy, but what else is new? Always sleepy. How are you doing? Welcome in. Shrimp is comfy, it's fair. Yeah, I don't know why it's comfortable in the moment, but then, you know, after about half an hour, it's not comfortable anymore, but I'm already stuck in that position. I try to remember to sit back because the pillows in this chair do help a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I have just terrible posture.
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Doing good, just doing a good old not sleeping. Oh no. Is it late for you? It's not too late for me. I'm tired because I didn't sleep enough last night, but that's normal. That's been like my entire year. And also my own fault, so I have no one to blame but me.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
2:25 a.m. Oh no. Hope you don't have to get up early. I think I was up until 5:30 in the morning this morning. Unintentionally so. But I don't know, I just wasn't tired when I was supposed to be tired. And then I'm always tired when I need to be awake, so.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
That's the neat part, even I have no idea if I have to. Oh no. Oh, well hopefully you don't have to be up early. Wait, what is today? Today's Thursday. My days are all off now because I put in my time off at work. So I wasn't supposed to work today, but then somebody decided a last minute email campaign had to go out. And I'm like, guys, I'm on break. Leave me alone. But I have to get up early tomorrow, even though I'm off work, because I think I have to drive one of my family members to get their car fixed. We're probably gonna have to drop it off. It's probably gonna take all day, so we're not gonna stay there. So I have to drive them and drop them off, and then we'll come back and hopefully I get some Christmas stuff done, because boy am I behind. OMG, you poor soul. I mean, it's fine. I have time off now, so I should be able to get the things done. I always say that, but then I end up completely just sucked into Christmas stuff, and I can never get it all done on time. So the car being an issue was not anticipated, but hopefully it gets fixed pretty quickly, because I also want to go to the animal shelter. I don't know if I'm going to make it tomorrow, but either tomorrow or Saturday I want to go to the animal shelter to drop off some food donations and sponsor one of the animals. So gotta get there before they close though, and they're only open for like 3 hours.
Wait, look!
Books are floating. Oh, very base thing to do. I try to do donations to the shelters around here every so often when I can. But because the other day was my birthday, I decided I wanted to do like a sponsored adoption fee for a cat. So I'm gonna go pay for one of the cats, so that if somebody wants to adopt them, they don't have to pay anything. Maybe they're more likely to get adopted. So I think I'm gonna try to do that for holidays and like birthdays and stuff, just because if I have the ability to do it, I want to do it. But yeah, we have a very small, I think our local shelter is pretty small. The one in the city is a lot bigger. I feel like it gets a lot of support because it's in like the central city, and this one's on the outskirts, so it's not nearly as big. But yeah, I've never been to it, so I want to go see.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office.
Oh, enter the world within the book. I am supposed to go in the book.
It's
go
just
in the
not
book.
right.
Go inside the book. Birth. Act 1, birth.
Long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain.
Ever thought of adopting one yourself? I have 3.
Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
Yeah, so 3 cats. Used to, when I was growing up, my parents' house, we had 5, so I'm used to being around a lot of cats. But it's not really feasible to take in anymore right now, because the 2 of the ones that I've got, 2 of the ones we've got now are a little older. They're not like super old, but they both have, you know, conditions and medication they have to take, and I just worry about vet bills, you know, and like if I take on more cats, I have to be able to pay for them to go to the vet, and it gets expensive, so I try to do the donations instead, because I would love to adopt more. I don't really have space to put more, but yeah, we've always had a lot of cats, and there's a lot of cats in the neighborhood too. There's like 12 of them that I think belong to people. They seem to belong to people, but I'm not 100% sure, because sometimes they come over into our yard and they look okay. They look like they've been fed. They look like, you know, they look like they're okay. One of them has a collar. A bunch of the other ones, I think one of the older ladies in the neighborhood feeds them, but I don't know if they're actually hers or not. And I'm like, should I ask? Should I capture them and take them to a shelter so they get a home, or do you have a home? I don't know. I don't want to steal somebody's cat, so very responsible of you. Yeah, I just don't want to get into a situation where I can't afford to take care of, if I had more and couldn't afford to take care of them, because the vet bills get expensive. And like one cat has hyperthyroidism, and he has an appointment the day after Christmas. I have to take him to the vet so they can check his medicine and check his levels and let us know if it's working, if his medicine is working, and then we get to decide whether or not he gets radiation treatment. And I'm like, that sounds awful. I don't know about that. But it would cure him, but he would also be radioactive for like 4 weeks or something. So just, I don't know what that's gonna look like. So yeah, a little bit worried about that, but yeah, so definitely a animal lover. I've only ever had cats, but they're my favorite. What should be used to adorn his cradle? Wisp of woodland air or trace of palatial splendor? Don't know if it matters. Does it matter? That's this one.
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Poor kitty. Yeah, he's doing okay though. He's 11. He's 11 years old now. So he's getting a little older, but he acts like he feels perfectly fine. He's a big boy too. He was like 20 pounds. Now he's about 15 pounds, and that's how I knew something was weird, because he lost weight randomly and he still eats a lot. So last time we took all 3 to the vet, they're like, yeah, his test came back, he's hyperthyroid, which explains why he's losing weight. And yeah, because they're like, oh yeah, he lost weight, congratulations. I didn't do it. Give me a sec, need to Google how much that is in metric. Yeah, I have no idea, sorry. I'm unfortunately don't know the metric system. But yeah, he was a heavy boy, and now he's still a heavy boy. He's just not as heavy. So he will be okay with some weight loss, but it's mainly just you want to figure out, like, does the medicine take care of their thyroid issue or not? Because sometimes they could be sick with something else and you just don't know it. So we'll find out when we take him back. But yeah, the radiation treatment is supposed to cure it, so I'm tempted, but I don't know what to do with a radioactive cat.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
That was the opening we just heard, right? Or sounds like the story is about Darren. Make a little superhero suit, yeah. I kind of joked about it when I found out that treatment option was, like, that was a treatment option, was to make him radioactive for a few weeks. And like, that can be his Halloween costume. He can be a super cat because he'll be radioactive. It will give him superpower. Okay, I'm getting notification on Twitch the ad break's gonna start, so I usually just take a break while that's happening so I can stretch and get some water. So just FYI, that's gonna pop you into an ad soon, if it hasn't already. No, I know. It's 3 minutes, because I do it once an hour, so that way we don't get interrupted again. But you won't miss anything. I'm just gonna stretch. I do actually need to stand up. Model's probably gonna freak out when I stand up, but I need to stand up. Okay. Oh. Need to stretch. Been sitting for too long. I'll turn my brain off for 3 minutes. Yeah, 3-minute break. Oh, well, it always tells me it's starting soon, and then it's not actually starting. I don't know how long soon is. I'll have to look at my timer. I'll figure the setting out. There it goes. I think that's the ad break. Okay. I am stretching. Sorry if the model gets all weird. I need to stand up. I guess I could just turn the tracking off so I can move around and it not get all wonky. But then I have to turn it back on and I'm lazy. So, oh, there's my other blanket. Come back. OMG, just one. Oh, did you only get one ad? My little thingy, my little timer says there's still... Oh, interesting. I wonder if it has to do... I don't know how Twitch works. I don't know if it has to do with, like, when somebody comes into the stream. Like, when you enter the stream and it's not going to force you to sit through 3. Because I run the first 3-minute break as soon as it lets me do it, which is basically a couple of minutes after the stream starts, because I'm still on my starting soon screen. So, like, literally nobody is missing, you know, nobody is missing anything. Because it's just the starting soon screen, and then we don't get bothered for an hour, which is great. But I added this little widget that's supposed to tell me when my ads are over, and I'm looking at it right now and it says they're only halfway over. To be fair, even Twitch doesn't know how Twitch works. Yeah, sounds par for the course. I don't understand how it works. Actually, if I minimize this, can I go look? If I pull it up in a different browser, now I just need to know. I'm nosy. It's like also not easy to get actual answers on any of that stuff. So yeah, there's no weird. Oh no, okay, I opened it in a different browser window and it gave me a singular ad as well. I don't know how it works. Who knows? I set it to 3. So that we don't get interrupted. Whatever. Twitch is weird. Guess that means I'm fair to... The little bar hasn't run out yet, but I'm gonna assume that I can go ahead. Something with storybook. That was the opening. Okay, story about Durin.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's happening.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
I kind of zoned out.
And now a
for part of that.
golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragonborn youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now?
Sounds like the story even has its own narrator. Yeah.
Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Let's follow her suggestion for now.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, okay. Explore surroundings.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad...
Oh.
Look at all
cut it
these
off.
books! Guessing the witch did a lot of reading while she was waiting for the egg to hatch.
It just so happened a dragon egg wasn't the only thing she was incubating here.
I do that a lot. I accidentally cut them off all the time.
Where else might a story be born, if not among books?
Oh!
Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? Wait a second.
Honestly, same when I played Genshin. Yeah. When I wasn't streaming, I hyperclick through the dialogue because they talk too slowly. Like I can read it a lot faster than they talk. So when I'm not playing it on stream, I just like hyperclick super fast. So I'm like always cutting them off. So I'm so used to it. It's been really hard to not do that.
All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexenzirkel. Do you think the witch in this story is one of them too?
My mother had a hat just like this.
And the witch must be M. Looks like this story really is about Durin, huh?
They really do, yeah. I don't know. If I can read it faster than what they're speaking, I'm usually just like, no, go faster, please. Short attention span. Other games, I don't necessarily have that problem, but here I always have. I don't know why.
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Probably just a pacing issue. Yeah, sometimes it's that, and other times, I don't know, I just feel like some of the voice actors talk so much more slowly than others, but I don't know. If it's actually a voiced game and I can read it faster than the people talking, then I'm usually just gonna be like clicking through. But they do, like, a lot of the side quests aren't voiced, of course, and so, like, the Aranara stuff was just brutal. I don't think I read any of that. Like, I don't think I read a single, because it was just too much. It was too much fluff. It wasn't, like, telling me anything important, and so I just would hyperclick through it just to get through the quest. Okay, well, I already did that one, right? Yeah, the little fluff ball. Oh, well, I already did that one.
Just so, where else might a...
I didn't even start that one. That was the worst one in my opinion, all the side quests with Aranara, because they just don't... Like, they used too many words that weren't like real words, you know, or like in English. And so if it's translated, or if they're just making up words, whatever, I don't know. They're clearly supposed to be the Koroks from Legend of Zelda. I'm like, the Koroks don't do this. This is so annoying. And I don't have the attention span.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
I think it's the worst for a lot of people. I don't think I've seen anybody say anything positive about that part. Like, that was just, what? I don't know. I feel like I feel like that was the worst, but they also have done a lot more, like, longer quests as the game's gone on, which when it's Archon quest stuff, I don't really mind so much, but when it's side quests, I'm like, do we need all this extra dialogue? Like, just tell me what I need to do.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
The narrator. Because you couldn't figure it out, let me tell you, which is exactly what I like. Please tell me.
Oh,
I don't want to think.
We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
And how do we do that?
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
Roast the dragon egg. I think just keep it warm, Paimon, not roast it. Yeah, in my opinion, Genshin suffers from the tell don't show or the random VS go to add fluff. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of tell don't show. Which, I mean, okay. To be fair, as someone trained as a writer, that's a rule that you break a lot, but it's in like specific circumstances, and it should not be like the whole pattern of their quest writing should not be, let me tell you every single thing in exposition instead of just showing you some of the stuff happening and like cutting out the fluff. It drives me nuts because I don't know. I also like do editing, and so I'm used to like editing stuff down and to be concise. And I know that you write a story, you write a novel, whatever, it's not going to be super concise. But sometimes for some of these quests, and it's not just Genshin, other games do it too, but it's just too much bloat in, you know, in the side quest stuff. And I like side quests sometimes. I just don't want to read like lines and lines of dialogue that don't really have anything to do with it and don't really contribute much even to world building or story building. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't play this if I didn't like it. I just get annoyed sometimes.
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Well, this narrator is just being very direct to the point.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Want to give it a try, Durin?
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, just don't incinerate it. Oh, you're gonna make me do it. Okay. Okay, release the elemental skill, binary form, convergence, and division. Both elemental skill and normal attack will be converted to special forms. Okay. Casting the special elemental skill, transmutation, confirmation of purity will turn his next elemental burst into principle of purity as the light shifts, manifesting his power in the form of dragon of white flame. So this stuff too, these instructions, every time they write instructions, I'm like, please don't throw this word salad in there, because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, it's gonna change the state. And I guess that's when I'm supposed to do it. We're just gonna click buttons until it works. Casting the special normal attack. Turn the next elemental burst into Principle of Darkness. Manifesting power in the form of Dragon of Dark Decay.
Can I stop here and play? I mean, take a stroll. I won't go too far.
Okay. Use flames to help a little dragon break out of his shell. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I really want to come back to Genshin, but then I just get hit with the same thing that made me leave, along with how they twist what the community has been asking.
I still
yeah, I feel like there's
so
always
much to learn about human interactions.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Like,
Durin,
where
stop
should
talking.
I put my hands when I'm nervous?
Yeah,
I just
I
really
feel like a
wanna make
lot of
friends with
people
everyone.
left. I actually I did a research. Well, I haven't done it yet, but I did a research paper. I submitted it. I haven't done the research yet, but it's on like people leaving Genshin. Specifically, pulling from like player testimony online and stuff. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of, I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot of not listening to
Each day is a new
at least the international community.
I want to
You know,
savor
and like
every
not making
scene,
some of
every
the
footnote
changes
before I turn to the next one.
that seem to be pretty popular, but also just like, please, you know, can we have quests that don't lock us into like hours long things with a bunch of dialogue like that? But I don't know, they're gonna do whatever whatever they want to do, I guess, because I feel like they only care about the main Chinese player base, but that's pretty typical. That's just my opinion, but well. If I just blast this thing, like what's gonna... Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay, what if I...
Thunder!
I don't... Am I supposed to use that?
Stay away from me!
Does that count as
Clearly,
flame?
both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth. Though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly.
Well, it's not like you told me what to do, Quest, so...
Such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing.
Just knocked my phone off its stand.
At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon.
It's saddening a game with such potential just get wasted on bad decisions. At the end of the day, like, there's no way they could keep everybody happy, right? But I don't know, sometimes if people can tell that they're not listening to feedback on certain things, I mean, that's for any game or any media property, really. If they feel like, if the community feels like they're not being listened to, that's just a good way to, you know, alienate a lot of people, and then it can be really hard to get back to that. Like, it can be really hard to be as popular as it once was, which I don't know how much they care because they make so much money anyway. But it is sad. I mean, I still like a lot of it. I like the Nod Cry story. Like, I have my complaints, but I have my complaints about pretty much every game, so.
But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Okay. Is it gonna lock me out now?
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter?
So it is Darren's story after all, or at least a window into his past.
Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Maybe there'll be some clues in the following chapters.
True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man! Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go!
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break.
Guess now's as good time as any.
Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Okay. I don't know why they're time gating it like that. Like, I like the stopping points. That's what I want, are stopping points. I just don't understand why it's time gated by calendar days. But whatever. Let me do this before I forget. Okay. Oh yeah, I also gotta do that. And go get my commission rewards. We go pick these up, and then that's probably force people to pay or something, or force people to play or something. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like pretty much most other things aren't time gated, like actual real world time gated. You know?
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Thank you for completing.
I don't know why they make the decisions they do. Okay, well, I can't start the next one of those, and I don't really want to go back to that other quest because I think it will suck me into a really long session. I think, yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, it's gonna lock me into it. So that's not a good thing to start right now because it's too late. So I think I'm just gonna end it there today. I don't know if I'll play it next time or if I'll play something else because I realized, yesterday that I actually have access to like the Amazon, what is it, Amazon Luna? Is that what it's called? There's like games on there that I had access to that I had no idea that I had access to. So I was messing around with Hollow Knight yesterday and I'm like, what? I didn't know I had access to this. So maybe I'll find something else to stream or I'll just come finish this. We'll see. But I will probably stream at least once more before Christmas. I have a lot of things to bake. So it depends on how much more I get done tomorrow. But yeah, I will be here at least once more before Christmas. But yeah, thank you for the stream. Well, thanks so much for coming, Nini. Thanks for hanging out. Food, yeah. I have to prepare. I don't know, there's always just so much stuff to prepare at Christmas, so even though I get a break, I don't actually get a break because all the stuff I have to do around here. I'm also not done with Christmas presents, so I need to finish that tomorrow. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, because I want to be done, so I can just wrap everything and be done. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. I will be back soon, a couple days probably. And I'll have to figure out what the schedule will look like around Christmas, because we're having our Christmas on the 24th and the 27th, I think. Not on actual Christmas, so we'll see. Rest well. Yeah, thanks so much. You should get some sleep. I know it's late. Try to get some sleep. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. I will see you all soon. Let me get out of here. I actually remembered to put my Christmas holiday stream ending screen on this time. Bye, everyone. I'll do after Honkai dailies. Yeah, don't forget dailies. I still have a few I gotta do in my other games before I forget. But yeah, night, everyone. See you later.